Thank you. Okay. So, in that case, welcome everyone to another episode of the Guild of Brockheart, brought to you by AED&D. We have here Gnomeface, Johnny Danger, and Knervish Splurgen, as long as
Howdy.
myself, 17. And we're back after 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Ick. Definitely getting withdrawals, right? Um, yeah, so we were off last week because I was out of town, and then internet issues because we were trying to make up for do a makeup session, but that fell through. So we just yeah, unfortunately we missed last week. Um, before we begin, the usual, like, subscribe, review, comment, all that type of stuff. It helps us out. And if there's no questions, I could start with the recap because I have to remind myself what we were doing.
By
Sure.
all means, go
Okay.
ahead.
So
I look kind of ridiculous today for some reason.
maybe it's because you just oh, I don't know. Maybe I was gonna say maybe because you're actually looking at yourself today,
Oh wow, you're a dick.
but that's not the way I wanted to come out, and so I just
I was
okay.
gonna say he's not wearing a wife beater this time.
Yeah, I'm actually dressed today.
That is
That's an
true.
odd one. It makes me look like have you guys ever seen Monk?
Yes.
No.
You know the whale in Monk? Honestly, that's kind of what I look like today for some reason. It makes me think of the whale. I've got no neck.
Oh, Penny.
I don't actually look like this, people. I swear.
Well, you are laid back, and then the pillow's pushing your head down. So. The beard's probably just hiding any like double chin action that you have going on.
True.
So, yeah. Anyways, last time on the Guild of Brockheart, our adventurers decided that they were going to, or they woke up in the morning after a nice session of staking guard where they saw nothing, absolutely nothing all night. It was a nice, cool, crisp night in the mountains, and they woke up the next day, and Gale was eager to go fight some trolls. He was upset that they didn't show up last night. But they were trying to discuss a plan on how to find the trolls when all of a sudden they heard some calling out in the distance. It was echoing and bouncing around, confused Gale a lot. He couldn't make up his mind on where it was coming from. And after a couple of calls, Bruce and Gale decide that they're gonna call back, and they started yelling out into the mountaintops. Well, apparently that brought along some other company because they went back into the little enclosure to discuss with everyone on what to do. And while they were talking in there, a bunch of trolls end up walking up to the camp and got pretty close. So they started fighting it out, and the one troll actually smashed one of the walls. Because it actually attacked from behind the enclosure, and no one saw him in time. But yeah, one troll down, 3 to go. Let's see what happens.
Alrighty.
Sven, why is that one person purple?
That is a damage vulnerability debuff.
That's it. Okay. Oh, I gotta pull up my monster manual. All right, no face. You are up first. Last, I think Tonya was the one who took out the first troll.
Yeah,
After
with a
you
big old
weakened.
shark cut.
Any day now.
Hmm?
Yeah, you.
Oh, what? Sorry, I zoned.
Yep.
Oh,
You
okay.
missed my entire recap, and
Not the
I gave
entire
you
thing, just like
standing
75% of it.
applause, and I gave you a lot of praise because you're just carrying the weight. And then,
I am pretty awesome.
anyways, you're up.
I didn't miss. I have other stuff I do when we do this. I was doing my episode stuff, which I should have done yesterday, but I couldn't motivate myself to get on the computer. Okay. I know the one up here I've been fucking nailing pretty hard. I don't think he has much left in him, and I don't want to waste a lot of magic on him. And he's got 2 guys by him. So I'm gonna leave him be, and I'm gonna go after the one assaulting the tent.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch it up though. I'm not gonna do Firebolt. I'm gonna do Spark. No other reason than I just kind of want to level up Spark.
I don't care what your reasoning is. Your reasoning is your reasoning.
Hearing it, I like hearing the monologue leading up to the transaction.
6d20. Oh no, it's 12d20. Because it's train casting out of both hands. No, that's 6.
No,
3
it was
casts
12.
per hand. It was 12? Yeah, because it's dual handing, double cast. No, because it's got to be 6 because its split cast is Firebolt. Spark doesn't have that. That's where I got the 12 because Firebolt is upgraded into split cast. So it would just be 6 for casting train and 2-hand cast. D20.
How many attacks?
plus-
Do you have 2 attacks? Or is that just with your rapier?
This is just my spell casting. My rapier has 2 attacks, yes. I've never spell cast twice in a turn.
Okay.
I don't know if you'd let me, but I've never done it. 6d20 plus Spark is level 3, so 3 there. And my wisdom is 5, so 8. Nat 1, 11, a 23, 25, a nat 20, and a 26. 27.
4 of them hit.
I kind of figured that much. 4d8 plus 3. And then the third one will be double the roll, so that's 4 plus 7, or no, 7 plus 10 is 17, plus 15 is 32, plus 7 is 39 damage.
Yeah, that checks out.
And that was against this guy here.
Yeah, purple dude.
Well,
What's the vulnerability one?
25% extra damage. So multiply that by 1.25. What was it, 39?
Yes. It did not do the math for you. Maybe you have to push the equal sign?
It's an extra 10.
No, equal sign doesn't help either.
I think you would have to do equals in front of it anyways.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Oh, nope.
How'd you get it to work?
That's one way of doing it.
You have to tell it you're rolling. You have to roll a math equation.
That's funny. That's pretty neat.
I thought there was like you had roll, but then you also had a calc or whatever. All right. Yeah. So you end up doing like 50 damage to it.
Wait.
Are you gonna narrate what happens?
Lightning shoots from my hands several times in its face.
Did you move
It's parked.
beforehand or no?
No, I stayed where I'm at. So they're not. It's not like straight up lightning bolts. It's like little arcs of electricity, like pop out towards him.
Okay. That happens.
Yep,
The
totally does.
the troll kind of gets taken aback and like looks at you because it's no longer interested on the enclosure.
Makes sense.
Okay. So is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. That troll is deceased. Um. Oh, Tonya, the archer.
Since she's got a troll right next to her, how does that 3-point shot work? It says D8, D8, 2D8. So is that her rolling to hit 3 times, and then the third hit is a 2D8 if it hits?
Isn't there a description?
Barely. It says succeed hit, continue to next hit.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Oh. Alright.
You roll a d8 if it hits. You roll another d8 if it hits. You roll a d20, or you roll a third hit, and you roll damage afterwards.
Start with 1. Does a 16 hit?
Who?
This troll up here. The one with the damage multiplier on it.
So technically, you don't know there's a damage multiplier on it, unless he's then specifically yelled it out to everyone, which I don't believe he did. And 2,
Regardless, she's going to hit it anyways because this thing's surrounded and this one's surrounded, and they're both covered up by sides of the enclosure.
I mean, that is the one trying to get into the tent where she's at. That makes sense.
It makes sense for multiple reasons.
I get that, but also, wouldn't you want to move her first? She has a hard angle to shoot outward,
That's
and
fair.
she also is an archer.
I can't move anybody, so maybe make her move to the right of
Gnomeface,
our
he's
guy.
talking to you.
Talking to me?
Yeah, make her move to the right of the guide. Get her a clear view of the troll.
I can't control her. Oh, this one? Yep, there we go.
And
Why
so
can't you control her?
I just can't control anybody except for my knights and me.
They all have the same permissions, so he's just being lazy. I swear.
I really can't. Anyway, so yeah. So does a 16 hit?
Yes.
All right. Oh, the modifier. Would that be her agility modifier for the damage?
Yeah.
All right.
I have a curtain.
11 damage for the first shot. Ooh, does a 12 hit?
It does
No.
not.
Does her 3-point shot end there?
Yep.
Is that her entire turn?
Well, that's her attack action.
Okay. I guess she doesn't have any offensive bonus action, so that's her turn.
All right. She looses the first arrow.
Good job, big boy.
It catches him in the shoulder, and she looses the second one. And right around the same spot that she was aiming the first one, it just nearly missed her mark, and the charge that she was building just kind of depletes out. But what's his name?
The guide. Let me see. I got him.
It was a really weird name, like Calvin or Glenn or something.
No. It was
Like Colton?
Colton.
Colton. Yeah.
Okay. So now he has like kind of a bodyguard.
It's another reason I moved her there.
Alright. So it is now. This troll is turned down here. Does anyone remember who did the most damage last go round?
I think it was actually Bruce. Like, we're all ganging up on him, but I think Bruce was just kind of like dishing it out.
Alright. Well, in that case, the troll is gonna attack Bruce. It's with its mangly claws and tries to bite him.
Get him, Bruce. Get him.
A beast.
Oof. Alright, a natural 1, a 17, and a 19.
His AC is not high. Oh. Okay, so the
Yeah,
second two,
He's a
How
tank.
is his AC not high? He's a tank.
he's got 13 for AC.
How the fuck does he have 13 for AC?
He's got 0 agility, and his heavy armor only gives him +3 armor, I guess.
Ah.
Yeah,
What
he
about
should be a
his shield?
16.
Oh. Well,
What about his shield? He walks around with a tower shield.
I'll just write a second +3 on his character sheet and say he's got a 16. And in that case, nothing's really changed for the results of this. He still gets hit by the 2 attacks. Or 2 second attacks.
To explain his shield, technically with plate mail you get a -2 to your dex, so that's -2 to your agility to your AC. So he'd actually be a -1, which helps with that. You don't
I
have
thought-
it because you have fitted plate mail.
I know.
With plate mail, it only limits how much agility can actually go towards AC. It doesn't actually lower it.
You get a -2 modifier to it.
How it works? I thought if you had like a +2 or something, then you get that +2 agility towards your AC. But if you have like a +3 or a +4, it doesn't change anything. You still only get +2 from your agility.
The last time I looked, it was -2 to the modifier.
Wonder if my
His
memory.
campaign.
Anyways,
That's the way I've been playing him.
that was your campaign.
Oh yeah. 2. Actually, technically that's 3d6. Then and plus 12 total. Oh, take 2 off of that. That was supposed to be 12. 28 damage to Bruce.
He takes 26 damage.
Yes, sorry, 26.
I don't know what his max HP is, but he's only got like 100 on his character sheet. Again, I can't click on any of the characters on the Roll20 map. So if he's got more than 100, that's cool. I can keep track of his damage at least on the drive sheets.
I swear it's your computer.
Maybe. I don't know
And
what
be
it is.
edited and controlled by all players.
Try enabling dark mode.
I can click on him, but only when I can't see where he is.
Anywho, yeah. So that troll is gonna get a massive walloping on him. Night 1 is up,
Okay.
which is this guy, the one to the left of the northeast troll.
So I forgot their modifiers. Is it +2 to hit and damage?
No, they got a +1 everything.
+1, and their base damage rolls at D6 or D8?
It's a normal longsword. I think it's D6.
Okay.
I don't know. It's
Well.
on the equipment sheet.
Night 1 swings. He rolls a non-nat 20.
It's
All right. I'm going to roll d6 for the sake of expediency.
They do have a double attack, don't they?
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, 3 damage for his first hit. Let's see if he can land a second.
I forgot. I didn't make character sheets for them.
No, you did not. A 15. Does that hit?
Yes.
A 5 damage for a second hit.
So total 8 damage.
A whopping 8 damage from night number 1.
Night 1 just goes like, ah! Gets a couple good slashes in. And the troll just kind of like turns and looks at him.
Oh,
Not
no.
too impressed. Is that for his turn?
That's all he can do. That's it.
Alright. Bruce is up next.
Okay. And as I recall, his standard attack, no abilities involved, was pretty hardy last time, so I'm probably going to do that. Let's see. I got to look at his character sheet. Hammer. Yep. His strength bonus is +4, is +1. Okay. So if he's just focusing on hammer, is that 4 strikes or 2? If that's all he's doing for the round.
That's 2 attacks with his hammer. He gets a double attack with his hammer.
All right. He's going to do that. 2d20 +5. I'm assuming each of those hit.
19 and a 23. Yeah, they both hit.
Hammer is... Oh, yeah. It's not listed on here. Is it a D8 or a D10? I think it's a great hammer. But it just says hammer.
I failed at finishing the sheets this week, apparently.
know he was-
Equipment.
Doing okay last time.
Show you something.
Sure.
Look,
It's not two-handed
Iron.
one.
look.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Where'd it go?
I got a second. See, I got 2 of them. See? See?
Mm-hmm.
That I
Well,
really
Warhammer is
want
D8.
more bullets to fill in my
D8.
main and
D8.
upper box of bullets.
Times 3 for crits.
And I don't have enough money.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good. The strength is +4, +1. Okay, so it's +5.
Yeah, because he'd be using a full 7.
9 damage for his first strike, and 7 for his second. Huh.
All right, he he was a little upset by getting hit by the troll last turn, and he decided to smash into his the troll's smash into the troll's arm and then follow up with his leg, dealing some sizable damage. If that's it for his turn, Gale, you're up. I accidentally
Are you
muted
guys waiting
myself.
for me, or are we waiting for something else?
I muted myself, and I told Gale he was up, but I was muted. So, Gale, you're up.
Oh, I'm up. Okay. Well, I got a macro just for this. Give me a second. I'm going to perform. Yeah, I still don't have my any of my special magic up, so I'm just going to do a standard flurry of strikes. wait, what is going on? 2d20.
Warrior strikes hit. I think that's.
Oh, that's not what Hold on. Scroll up. Okay. Did I set this macro up wrong?
No. You only had it roll 2d20 instead of 60-20.
This is my
Oh, okay, this is how I have it set up. Okay, so you gotta go all the way up to. I should have it listed. 4 unarmed strike hit. Yeah, okay, I have it actually listed. I have little titles for what each of the rolls are. So I'm rolling 4d20 plus 5 for the 4 unarmed strikes. Oh, 7 plus 5 is 12. Does that hit?
12 misses, the 24, the 19, and the 23 hit.
Okay, so 3
that's-
strikes hit. Deal 6 plus 8.
I need to take the exact. I'm gonna look around first.
14 plus 7. 21 damage for my standard strikes, and then with the flurry of strikes, I get a nat 20 on my first hit, and a non-nat 20 on my second hit.
Okay. They both hit.
I deal. So for crits, is that double base roll or double total roll? I always forget this.
Double the die roll.
Okay. So I deal 11, and then I deal 8. So what? 10 plus 8. I deal 19 damage with my flurry.
Do you want to montage it? Or do you want to explain it?
I see the troll kind of, well, I sense that the trolls are closing in. There's so many of them, of course they must be. And I feel the pressure to kind of just go all out on this troll in front of me. And I kind of just focus in and just let my fist fly. And I stop thinking. I just go at it. And is this a killing blow?
Yeah.
I beat at its knees. It takes a knee. I start beating on its waist. And it falls to its hands. I start beating on its face until its face is nothing but a gory mist.
You do that.
And then I stop and I look behind me. If I have time for that.
So you stop and I missed the very last sentence you said.
Just look behind me. Just like looking at everything.
So you just get done pummeling this troll from existence, and then and then you turn around to look somewhere else. Okay, you do
It
that.
seemed clear in my head. Yeah.
You're like, this is done. I'm gonna move on to whatever is.
Yeah.
I mean, Sven is right behind you, so if that's what your plan is, like, you just saying.
All right.
Anywho, Bartholomew's up.
Oh, okay. Bartholomew has enhanced movement. Let me see. There's mobile combat. Move without incurring attack of opportunity, then attack. Okay, he's got something called mobile combat, but I don't think he can actually move further than a normal person without dashing. So I'm just gonna have him try and get further up here, as close as he can get to this troll over here to help out these two knights.
I mean, is his? I think it's normal. So at 30 or 40 is normal.
Actually, no. I take that back. I'm just going to try and get him right here so he can kind of block off this troll from getting closer into the encampment. As close as he can get to that troll. He's probably going to have to dash to do so he's not going to be able to attack.
Nope, face, that's you.
I'm up.
Yes,
No.
move Bartholomew as close as you can to
Owen's-
here without.
Donnie's being lazy.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
okay.
I'm them guys. I really can't. Okay, if he can move that far, yes, that's where I want him.
Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You were off by 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay. Is he attacking?
Can he attack from that range? Oh, he has a staff. I think he can.
The staff has a range of 15.
Oh, he doesn't even need to get that close. Okay, so he doesn't need to use up his dash action. Yeah, so he's going to do his. Well, he's going to do his standard attack. There's no reason to sweep. So plus 2 hit using agility 2d20 plus 7. All right. Roll twice or okay. Yeah, I go with the first one. I thought I didn't roll the first time, so I rolled again. So first hit
Sure.
misses.
A 9 and a 17. The 17 hits.
Okay.
He runs into the camp or enclosure, and he's runs right up to the troll, but it doesn't have to get right in front of the face. And he just spins around and gets a nice sharp jab. Well, he misses the first one and spins it back around and jabs the troll with the second time around. Being the extra long reach, it does quite a bit of damage.
Poke him with your stick.
Yeah, I didn't even roll damage. So one of them hits. Does he deal D6 with his staff?
Is there a cat dying in the background?
I have a very whiny cat whenever it's feeding time. I'm not supposed to feed it. It's on a schedule.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming D6 for a bow staff. Plus 5. I'm assuming he goes off of agility for it, which is plus 5. He deals 11 damage.
Bow staff D6 times 2 for crits.
So we're ready to
Bad assumptions.
get up here.
Oh yeah, he didn't crit. So yeah, 11 damage.
Get up.
I heard a whole bunch of weird sounds all at once.
I was itching my nose.
I think Richard was also making some weird sounds behind you too.
Damage multiplier too.
It just combined and everything. Whatever. So the troll was currently looking at Gnomeface, and then it just ends up like it gets jabbed in the side with the bow staff and feeling weak, and it just ends up collapsing, kind of hitting part of the opening, like the side, not necessarily breaking too much more of it, but it does do a little more damage as it falls down.
Very excellent.
And that it's this one's turn. The one on the top right, and it is going to attack the knight number 2. Wait.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
A 9, an 18, and a 25.
I don't know their AC. I'm assuming the last 2 are the ones that hit.
They have a straight 15.
So only the last 2 hit.
I think. Yeah. Okay. 2,
What am I like?
3. Oh yeah, 3d6 then. I have a glare on my keys, and it's a. Not 23d6. That's a bad. Okay. 21 damage to this one.
All right. A hearty blow, but knight number 2 continues standing firm.
All right. It's knight number 2's turn now.
Gonna strike twice. Oh, 2 18s.
They both hit.
And he gets 2 nat 1s. So he deals 4 damage.
He's feeling pretty, scared from just getting hit by that. Oh wait. Yeah, no. From getting hit by the troll. He hasn't really fought anything this big before, and so he kind of like swings his sword out, but he's not like laying into it, and just minorly cuts the troll. But apparently that was enough, as the troll collapses next to him. He gets scared because he thought the troll was going to fall on top of him, so he's pretty shooken right now.
I shout as the troll falls, "You're welcome!"
Thank you.
He's not underneath the troll.
Oh,
He was almost underneath the troll.
okay. Thanks, adventurer.
That's right.
So yeah, you guys have taken out all 4 of the trolls, or they collapsed, or you sliced them up.
Huzzah,
I'll get in
adventurer.
the shower.
Why?
Because it's 7:39 and you need a shower. Go shower. No, I have to play D&D. You got to do it on your own tonight.
Are we good?
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
dude.
Life's rough.
Okay. Huzzah, adventurers, I shout. Our quest here is complete. We have vanquished the trolls that have been, laying waste to anybody who travels these roads, which was our entire quest to begin with. And now we may continue with the escort mission on the way to Akasai. You have done well this day, and the knights will not forget.
Before we leave, is there anything I could roll to see if they had any sort of abilities of interest or any sort of poisons, some sort of substance I can harvest from them that might be useful?
Sure. I'd say roll the perception roll, like, yeah, perception modif, or yeah, to search them.
Upon seeing Sven, looking at the trolls and kind of like learning from them, I kind of think, this is not a bad idea. And I try to use scan on a defeated troll as, full action. For future reference, maybe I'll know its weakness to begin with.
That'd be handy. I asked that knight who landed that hit. That didn't look severe. He must have hit it in a critical spot.
Ah, yes, indeed. That would be a good one to survey. So I go over to this troll over here, and I use my scan ability to kind of just assess its physiology.
Okay, but you can actually move your own character, right?
Yeah. I thought we were in roleplay mode.
You're still moving,
Okay. Here I am.
because that's how you guys ended up inside the enclosure, because you weren't moving, and then I placed you guys inside the enclosure, and then the trolls just so happened to surround you.
Right. Well, I moved. I'm using scan.
What'd you roll?
That's wisdom, right? With no mods?
I'd have to look at your sheet. I forgot what we agreed upon. Is it? It's level 4. Oh, okay. You bumped that up to level 4?
Well, I had so many non-combat skills to allocate, and it just seemed like a good one to invest in.
Did you take away all
I'm
the
back.
extra uses I gave you?
You took away those.
Yeah, I'm saying, did you take them away?
Yes, I did. Because you said to.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and try. I would
Trust
say,
me,
I think that's
a
your
lot.
wisdom.
I had a lot of skills leveled up, a lot more.
Oh yeah, you had like 4 on level 6. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't even have a single level 6. How the hell did you have 4 level 6s?
Dan gave us a lot of skills, and then he told us he made a mistake, and we had to take them all away.
Good. Buttholes.
I roll a 15.
It's ineffective.
Right. Are you
Aw.
looting my corpse?
I'm checking it.
No, he's trying to use scan on it,
Oh.
but it's ineffective. Sven, you don't know anything yet, but you think there's something like different. And you have an urge to like cut off a chunk of like its flesh, just to like experiment with or something. See
A
what
little bit of
happens.
an autopsy, sure.
Yeah.
Do I have to roll for that, or
No, you just do it.
imagine it's like taking a slice off of a ham?
Yeah.
Well, maybe a little tougher than a ham, but
You're just like busy for a couple minutes. Gnomeface, you were gonna say you want to do something, but then you're
Yeah, I want to loot my corpse. Well, corpses. Technically, both of these are pretty much my kills. And this guy a little bit. But I'll settle for looting these two.
You adventurers and your corpse looting.
Did you get? I'm not the okay. I'll say that you go ahead and start doing that, but if someone tries to interrupt you, that's or fights you on
They
it,
can
that's
try.
on them.
They can try.
I don't see any reason to stop this. They're trolls. So
I mean, he's only picking flowers currently.
Who's picking flowers?
You,
Why am I picking flowers?
because you haven't moved your
Eating.
character.
Oh my god, you're gonna be that specific all of a sudden? You're never that specific on whether we move our
I'm
tokens.
freaking annoyed that you guys never move your character, and that's why I put you guys inside the enclosure when the troll showed up. I literally just told Gnome or Donnie this, so I'm gonna tell you this
well,
too.
I was having a boy cry in my ear, so I couldn't hear.
That's fair. That's why I'm giving you crap when you're back.
Wisdom for perception?
Yeah.
Or for loot, or whatever. 18 to loot that dude.
All right. You get 92 Floyds.
Nice. Okay. And this dude. $10.
You got 58 Floyds.
How do I make it to the addition thingy on the Google Docs?
You look at the number that's currently there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have it in your memory?
7775.
Okay. Click on it. Click on the cell.
Mm-hmm.
It equals
Mm-hmm.
7775 plus your change.
And I got what, 90 and 58? 92 and 58, so 150.
I mean, you could just add them both right afterwards if you had to.
Okay.
Like, okay.
7. So I have to redo the equation every time. There's no way to fast track that.
As it is currently, yes.
Okay. Just checking. That's all. Okay. That's it. That's all I do. I kind of saunter to the carriage and I take my spot back on the carriage and turn my head towards Gale and I go, "We killed the trolls. Can we go now?"
Oh, sorry. I was having a zone out moment there.
Ah, I'm not the only one. Fuck you all.
I didn't say you were
Yes.
the only one.
Adventurers, you did excellently today. You too, Gnomeface. And with that, we may continue our quest to Akasai and complete this escort mission. Officially. Good work, everybody.
He said he's yelling that from his troll over there in the northeast of them. Gnomeface, you ended up you show up when you show up to the carriage. Colton is right next to you. He's kind of shooken, like, and is like, "Oh God, that was way too close."
Colton, are you holding up okay?
I was.
You didn't notice that. I did.
Yeah.
Oh,
And honestly, I really don't care about the guide, so I'm kind of like.
I'm
I
just
kind of
saying
look
he's
at
there.
him. No, I just kind of look at him, I shrug, and I go, "You ready to go?"
Yeah. Just need to take a breather, and we have to, the carriage driver has to, pack up all this stuff before we can head on out officially. That's whether or not we're going to stay here, but yeah, I'm. We'd like to discuss the plans. That's for sure. Oh,
Yeah.
discuss the plan. I forgot the voice, but yeah, that's what he says.
Okay.
And as you're saying that, and that's when Gale makes his inspiring speech, post battle speech.
oh yeah, the one I just made. Is everybody ready to carry on? Actually, hold on. Everybody gather in, gather in. Everybody's standing so far apart.
Let's see, it makes his way around. All right.
Okay, now that everybody can hear me, I don't have to yell. Is everybody okay? No gravest wounds? Fatal injuries? Deep gashes that require a night's rest?
You don't hear anyone really chime up. There's a couple like grumbles of the other adventurers with you. So yeah, no, just got hit, a little bit here or there, but
Excellent, excellent. I looked at my two knights, a bit battered, but not bruised. They're not in bad shape. So I'm like, excellent. Then we can continue on to Akasai and not waste another day. Unless any are opposed, we shall continue on.
someone chimes up. They're like, are you sure about that? I mean, I don't mean to question leadership, but are you sure that we're done here?
What do you mean? This surely must have been the pack of trolls that have been assaulting adventurers along this road. There are 4 of them. Unless you think I'm mistaken.
I'll say Bartholomew was the one to say it, and he's like, no, you're the one in charge. That I'm getting paid as long as we go to Akasai and back.
We're only going to Akasai if they're all dead. Does somebody know something about troll groups that I don't? Would there be more than 4 at a time in a pack?
Listen, all I'm saying is you said we were going to go hunt trolls. And that it was described that there were some trolls that attacked. But I thought I was under the impression we were going to clean out the trolls, not just take care of the ones that attacked our group. Just throwing that out there, but if that's not the plan, I mean, like I said, that's on you. Not saying that there are more trolls or not. I'm just saying before the night, you were really hell bent on scouring the these mountains, and then these trolls attack, and now you want to go to Akusai. It
Didn't take into consideration that it might have a larger encampment. This could be a scouting party. In which case, things could only be worse from adventurers after this day if we don't kill more of them.
that is possible.
A possibility I overlooked. Good point, Bartholomew. Yes, we should scour the sides of the mountain. Anybody see where they may have come from? Did they come? Did it appear to everybody that they all came from different directions?
They climbed up the cliffs around us.
You don't know that for sure.
I saw the one climb up the cliff.
He was too far away. You didn't actually see him climb up because you guys were all talking. You and Gale were in the middle of an argument, and then you saw the troll walking from behind him. You didn't actually see how he
remember correctly. I remember correctly that you told me, because I rolled a decent perception check, that I saw the creature coming from the cliff, like he climbed up. Like I saw his upper body coming up as he climbed up the cliff, and then stood up behind Gale.
Hey,
Well,
excuse me if this sounds paranoid, but is it cool if I roll perception real quick?
do.
in 2 seconds.
Okay.
You can roll it. Yeah, actually, go ahead and roll it. What were you looking for?
I mean, I just noticed those red slashes disappearing. A
Okay.
little metagamey, but any signs of life?
Well, in a second.
Okay.
No chimes up. I do have a general approach to this. Okay, if we have any particularly skilled hackers, people who can find
Hey,
traces
pause.
of
Okay, well, yeah, while you finish your speech, and all that, Sven notices it as it's about to happen. But knight number 1 takes 36 damage.
They're fucking Hey, I hit them with fire. They shouldn't regenerate.
You said he takes 36 damage?
Yep.
I assume I hear him scream or shout.
Hold on. You did hit them with fire, but not every time. At least not for the finishing kill. Oh, meta-wise, if that is a thing. But they that one attacks Gale. I mean, it caused a lot of commotion. You're well aware of it when it happens. But Gale, like I was gonna say, like if I'll give him half damage if you want to take an action beforehand or something. But you notice it before, like as he's getting ready to swing.
Okay, wait, who does it hit?
Sven.
Me or knight number 1?
You notice him like winding up to attack. So if you want to do something quick, you could. But
If I wanted to take a quick action against that thing?
yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, you bet I do. 8 plus, so that's going to be, I quick draw my short bow and shoot him. That's 23 to hit. I imagine
Yeah,
that
you hit.
hits. That's just regular 1d4 plus dex. For 7 points of damage.
Okay. He takes 7 points of damage, and the knight actually only takes 18 then. you kind of you hit him as he's like swinging, so he like barely actually makes contact and stuff. Oh, that.
And I'll shut. These things aren't staying down.
Well, as soon as I see that arrow fly past me towards the thing attacking the knight number 1, I'm gonna say, "Everybody, get ready to attack." There's more of them. 'Cause I don't know.
I'll allow that one. Yeah. I mean, those of you wanting to make a perception, you can, but otherwise, it is. Wait, where was he? It's knight number 2's turn.
Going in to support his buddy, he's going to go.
Did he freeze? Oh yeah, he froze.
1, 2, 3, 4. God damn it! All right.
Where'd he go?
He might be rejoining. Last thing he heard was that he froze.
So he still rolls. Well, it's actually hard to see when you just randomly, or when you just type in the chat if you're on dark mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it. Okay. Before it was like the grays were not. Were too close together. But like. We're experiencing technical difficulties. And if I'm not mistaken, he caught his internet caught back up right before he left, right?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay, I was able to hear you guys that whole time, so I didn't know that I was. It was kind of weird. For like 5 minutes, I was saying things and nobody was saying anything. I'm like, maybe they. I don't know. And then it's just like, oh, for some reason you guys can't hear me at all, so I reloaded Discord.
Oh. Yeah, you froze up for a second and then it all like fast forward and you were caught back up as you were leaving. And then you left. So
Weird, yeah. All I did was close Discord and open it again.
how rude.
Anyway.
Your camera's
Right.
off, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
I'm turning my camera back on, that's all. Whose turn is it?
Knight number 2.
Okay, he's gonna move up here and try to swing. Fearless knight that he is.
No, that's knight 1. Oh, knight number 2 just moved and just swung. His first one missed.
Well, I guess I'm gonna move him back.
So knight number 2
Okay.
does have a double attack, if I'm not. I thought I gave him.
Right, yeah, double attack. I forgot to use that on the last one.
Well, the 7 misses. So he misses both his attacks.
Oh.
Well, you already rolled the first one with that 8.
Oh, I went straight to rolling for the second night. Oops. I got all sidetracked from that whole Discord not hearing me thing. So that would be night number
But
2.
can you get my phone?
So I guess just say both miss, since that would be a 7 and a 6.
Yeah. Well, 8 and 7. But yeah, they both missed.
I stopped it.
Thank you.
It's Colton's
Whoa,
turn, and he's
That's so
kind of
cool.
he's boxed in with everyone, so he's just kind of back up into the whatchamacallit, the carriage, and just hang out there.
Yeah.
Sven, do what you want to do.
What is he trying to make? Make one?
Do I see that this one's standing up again too?
Can I make a
would
quick?
How's your attack?
Pretty quick, but you did a good job. Thank
I'll
you.
say yeah. You saw that one,
One here.
but you saw them both. Like you
You
were
didn't
looking
even
in that
get this
general
part wet.
direction, and you actually
Okay.
like made an effort.
Do I have to go back at the
No, you're fine.
What do you mean this?
Okay, then I'm going to
Right here. This
go
is dry. Didn't even touch water.
Hey, man,
Did
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
2, 3, and 4. Yeah, I'll go there. And I'll take 2 more shots at this guy.
okay,
Uh,
you do so. You kind of move yourself away from the whole group, just to get a little easier line of sight.
yeah, I don't like being bunched in. It's a
Great.
miss and 21 hits, right?
Yeah, 13 misses, 21 hits.
Or another 7 points of damage. That is
You shoot your arrows, or you loose your arrows. The first one kind of zooms past, and your second one actually hits its mark. And the moment it goes into the troll, it collapses, scaring
Yeah,
knight
I'm
number
gonna
2
take-
once again.
I'm gonna take more than a chunk out of this one when this is over.
That's fair.
That's my turn.
Gnomeface, you're up.
Hold on, my hair's
Okay, so I hate you. Because I used fire on all but this one. So they should not have regenerated. But anyway. 1, 2.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure
not
you
gonna go
did
that way.
not attack the southeast or southwest one
No.
a single time.
I didn't attack this one or this one. But these two, I cooked these two.
I know you attacked the northeast one for fire earlier, but then it was finished off by both knights. And the one that you did attack with fire, is he resurrected now? I don't think so.
I don't know. I just figured they all did.
Well, way to not even pay attention. Do you still?
I'm kind of half.
They were
it's not-
crossed out with a different color.
Oh,
Initially,
were
yes.
they?
There were subtle details.
that was
Hints.
to remind myself which ones were coming back.
That's actually pretty neat. Okay, I'll give you your props then. Good job, DM. I stand corrected.
Thank you.
Well, obviously, I'm not gonna make the mistake of not attacking with fire again. This motherfucker is getting burnt.
Roll a d20 intelligence. Oh wait, no. Where's your magic come from?
Wisdom,
Yeah, do a wisdom one.
an unnatural 20.
Okay, in your character does know that
Gnomeface.
fire prevents regenerative trolls.
Any gamer would honestly know that.
Or a
You're
forum
still like
moderator.
You have not experienced
The
a troll yet in this
Gnomeface.
world, so I was just
Seven.
I had no clue.
Okay, so I've got a 13, a 15, natural 20, 26, 24, 12, 13, 27, 19, 24, and 13.
You miscorrect.
8 of them hit.
Where are you actually?
Okay, do the 15s hit or no?
Yeah.
I want to know where the nat 20 is.
Oh. Yeah, the nat 20 is the third one in.
Okay. It is level 5, so +5, plus my wisdom is 5. Oh no, my wisdom doesn't do damage, it's just hit. Okay, so why did I 3d8? Why did it only roll 3?
Because you type 3?
You said 8 hit. I don't know what I'm doing, so 5 more. Okay, so 8 damage plus
dead.
8 damage is 16 plus 10 damage. I want to count up how much damage I do. 8 damage plus 8 damage is 16 plus 10, 15 is 31, plus 7 is 38, 46, 52, 59, 69 damage.
That's a lot, Dad.
Yeah, that's a lot. But that also cost me around 20
Nice.
MP.
Oh, yeah.
And then I did not move, and I don't plan on moving since I see him burning, so I'm going to use my battle meditation for a D8 of MP back.
Who's burning?
The troll.
Technically, that was 62.
One might be.
Isn't that what I said?
I don't know.
And that'll end my turn, since I used battle meditation to not move.
Very nice. That one's dead. It's Tonya's turn.
Does she see any walking trolls?
You all are well aware that one or two trolls have popped up, and so if you looked around, you'd see.
Clear to see that.
The only one that she might have difficulty seeing is the one that Gnomeface just took out.
Okay, she's going to use 3-point shot on the southern troll.
Okay.
Ooh, an 11 right off the bat.
That misses.
And that ends her turn.
Ben, do you think she should move? Or Gnomeface? Being an archer?
Well, this is the opening. Is it like a flap opening, or is it like just a plain old fashioned hole in the wall?
It's kind of like just curtains.
Then I think she should be fine. She can see him. It's
I
clear
think
line of sight.
entirely on whether or not she thinks that thing's noticed her. Like, if she thinks it noticed her, I think she would move. But if she thinks she's hidden, I think she'd stay put.
She does know that she's equal distant to being the closest one to the troll. And she's one of the few people who could literally hit a troll from anywhere on top of this map.
And yeah, as a ranger, I personally would move. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Can you move her then?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I give you these NPCs
5,
so
6.
all of you can share in their aspect. I don't want just Gale taking over them completely.
This puts her by Sven, behind Bruce, and a clear line of sight. I think that would be the best place for her. Unless she can move more than 30 feet. If she can move more than 30 feet, I would move her a little more back.
I don't know. She's the same as everyone else.
So 30 feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, then I think this would be the best place for her.
30 feet of movement must be nice.
Did you ixnay your own movement?
He's a halfling.
I'm a gnome, and I move at 30 feet.
Quick gnome.
Yeah. You also have a 20 on your agility, don't you?
So does he.
I suppose.
I don't
Does that
know.
affect it?
I thought gnomes were still taller than halflings.
No, halflings are taller than gnomes. Gnomes are the little things that live in gardens. Halflings are the things that live in hills.
That extra 5 feet of movement is a cartwheel you do at the end of your move.
Gnomes are known for being really fast, though.
I didn't know that. I thought they were just known for being really small.
That too. Small
Right.
and fast.
Well, in that
And
case,
vicious.
this troll is gonna climb up on and attack Bruce. 3D20s. Oof, he gets hit at least twice. Okay, so that's a 22 and 15 and a 19.
Okay. What does he all take?
Do those hit? Did I tell you 15 or 16?
I think it
16.
was 16.
Okay,
Uh,
so 2 of them hit then.
Yeah, 2 of them hit.
No, because my 215s hit.
Bruce?
Huh?
Gnomeface.
Hmm?
You 215s
Oh, hit
hit
Bruce? No, I thought you were talking about the trolls. You gave Bruce a 16. Sorry.
Despicable. 3d6. No. Dang it. He takes 26 damage. A claw comes down and slashes him, and he ends up biting. Biting
That's
Bruce as well.
exactly as much damage as he took last time. That's
Just-
crazy.
Troll is just consistent. What can you say?
Wow, okay. Strong blow.
All right, knight number 1's turn.
Okay. Well, he just got attacked by this thing that he thought was dead
That's
right
true.
after he and Buddy were wailing on it. So he's gonna just go on it and fucking keep wailing on it. Just basically like this panicked kid. Just chopping away at this body.
Solid.
Do I have to roll hit and damage?
Roll damage.
Didn't say that was good, but
3 damage. Oh wait, he gets 2 hits.
about him.
8 damage.
Okay.
Beating a dead horse.
Kind of, yeah. It's Brucey's time to shine.
Yikes.
All right. Damage 4 / 2d20. Okay.
Well, the knight number 1 is just mutilating a fallen troll.
He double strikes, but with a 13 and a 6.
He does miss both of those.
Not great. And that's his turn.
Okay.
Probably just surprises everybody else that they're up and about again.
Oh, yes.
Gale, you're up.
Really. Get
Okay.
that.
Well, this is the only one that's a direct threat to everybody right now, so I'm gonna kind of like rush over here so I can hit it without getting in everybody's way. Colton's still protected. I'm gonna do a standing flurry of strikes. I do have handy macro for that.
What? You're going away, Timothy. You can't be. You won't.
17, 13, 6, or not one, sorry, and then a 17. So 2 of those hit. And then both of your extra 2 hit with 18s, and so
Oh my
14,
goodness.
and then
Oh, okay. Okay.
12, so
Okay.
26,
okay.
29,
Okay.
31, or something like that. Yeah, he goes down.
That sure saved me a lot of time rolling.
You kind of like freak out a little bit, and you kind of just like, you're like, I was in the middle of a conversation, or in the middle of a speech, and you just run up and you just go just punching, kicking. I mean, if you have a specific sequence, you can say it, but you just let loose.
Do the same thing. I thought I destroyed this guy's face. And it's back. I was in the middle of a victory speech.
The whole time shouting how it's rude to interrupt.
Have some manners, troll.
It's rude. I am a knight. Do you not understand this?
Seriously, what did your mother teach you?
So yeah, they're collapsed again.
I don't trust that until their heads are detached.
Does anybody know what the hell just happened? And also, anybody who doesn't know what happened, keep beating these bodies up.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. We need to figure out how to keep these things down. Does anybody have any clue?
I mean, this is a DM question. While these things are down, it's basically like attacking a sofa, right? Do I even need to roll to hit, or
No.
should I just roll damage?
Roll damage.
Okay.
What happened to him?
Wailing on that thing.
Oh, technically, what are you attacking with your bow, or are you slashing it?
I'm slashing it with my dagger.
Okay. Yeah, roll damage.
So that's 2 hits for a total of 15 damage. Focused on the neck area. I don't know how.
I'd say since you're focusing on the neck, the head comes off. Yeah, a couple slashes, and you just like slice right through it, and the head just kind of like pops off.
Gonna kick that away from the body. I don't know how careful I need to be, but I'm gonna be as careful as I can. I'm keeping that head away from the body.
I walk up over here and I try to find out what the difference is between the troll that got up and the troll that didn't. Perception check.
You're not. I'm not. We're just out of here, but we're not attacking now.
Non-nat 20.
Am I doing?
Which two trolls are you looking at?
There's actually they're kind of overlaid, but they're not really in the same spot. There's this one and this one.
Oh, those the southeast and the southwest one.
This was.
I mean, okay, so amongst all like the damage that it has on it, and also the one that's missing a head. Yeah, so the one's missing a head, but that you do know that was after the second it got back up. But the only difference in like between the two is the one that did not get up has some charred marks on it, while the other one was entirely slashed. The one that did not get up had slashes or cuts on it, but there was also some charred marks on it.
This is a head scratcher. One looks more burnt than the other, but they both got burns. I say out loud. Knights keep slashing.
I imagine they are. They're beating on this dude like they're trying to drive a railroad spike into the ground.
Also, again, I'll reiterate to everybody who didn't hear, one's more burnt than the other, but that's all I can tell.
Gnomeface, I don't know if you're paying attention before, but
I am, but I'm kind of laughing. I'm like legit laughing at Gale right now, snickering because I know he needs my fire, and I don't know if I'm gonna give it to him or not. I just kind of want to watch him chop up this troll for a bit.
okay, as long as you did hear him ask everyone if
Yeah.
someone has an idea. Okay.
Yep.
This is so frustrating. I guess I'll just try to rip the head off of this one. Maybe that's a trick.
Hey, that sounds like a plan.
That might work. Knights, do that too. Chop the head off of that one up there. I'm going to try and pull the head off of this guy over here with grapple. Don't know if I have to use grapple hit on a down body, but there it is. There's my roll at 20.
No. You don't have to roll hit. They're just there.
I'm going to rip its head off.
That you're going to have to roll pretty high for. It is still attached. Wait, which one?
The one that still has its head.
If I slash it attack at the same time, does that give him advantage?
You sure. You do know the one that still has its head is the one that did not get back up, correct?
I don't know that it's not going to get back up.
Well, I was just saying it's the only one that did not get up previously. You do know that.
don't want no.
But I don't know that it's not going to get back
Okay.
up. I still have no clue why it didn't.
Just making sure that you. Yeah.
I'm trying not to be meta here. I'm not a smart knight. I'm erring on the side of caution.
That is fine. I just didn't want you thinking that like Sven cut off the other one's head. I'm just letting you know that yeah, you can roll for it.
Okay, and
You have advantage if you get above an 18. You have high enough strength. You can rip it off. Why not?
okay, can I use my grapple modifier for this?
No.
Okay, I'll just use my agility modifier.
It's not like a move. You're just trying to yank it off its body.
And then with advantage, I get a 16.
You do not succeed.
Oh.
You've kind of like dragging the troll at this point. Like you're just like, good. You're putting so much effort, and Sven is sitting there like trying to help you, just slashing that. Like the troll has an elongated neck at this point because you're yanking so hard, and like just Sven just making some little gashes into it, trying to help you out, but you're just not
Can I do
pulling hard
something?
enough. Go for it.
I want to very, very subtly, if I can. I do have sneak cast to help if you want me to roll that, but basically I want to do weapon infusion fire on Sven's blade without him realizing, so he starts like cauterizing the neck. And I want to make it look like it's all Sven's doing and that Gale like just completely sucks.
I'm still
Or
gonna
weapon
make
enchant,
Sven roll.
enchant weapon. Okay.
But roll a sneak for that. Just because there's a couple other people that could notice you doing it.
Unnatural 20.
All right. I mean, I'd say most people are oblivious. I don't think that Sven knows you have that ability, so he has a higher passive perception, but he doesn't specifically know yet that his blade is hotter.
So am I
So.
rolling to hit or am I rolling damage?
Just roll a normal attacks with the damage.
That's 8 points of damage. Oh, that's max. Nice.
I'd say after this amount of time and of your cutting, yeah, you cut it off.
Okay, good work, Sven. Why was that so hard?
These are hardy creatures.
Wait, did I notice anything about the way his blade was cutting across the neck? Can I do a perception check?
You do not notice.
Darn. Well, anyways, guys.
You were focused on trying to yank the head off, and you were just noticing that he was slashing.
Ensure that the heads are fully removed from all the bodies, since that's the best I got. And in the meantime, we're just going to have to keep watch on these bodies and maybe rest here another night.
You were saying something about the damage done to him, right? The one that didn't get up was more burned than the one that did.
Certainly seemed that way, but they were both burned, so...
Maybe it just wasn't burned enough. Can we start a campfire up here?
Gale, meta-wise, that's incorrect. I told you that the one was only slashes, and the other one had slashes and some burn marks.
Oh, I thought you said one was a lot of burn marks and one was slashes with some burn marks.
No, the one Gnomeface didn't shoot with fire at all.
Oh, okay. I thought you said they were both burned. Okay, well then, changes things significantly. Yeah, one was burnt and one wasn't. Okay. That's very clear what we need to do then, or at least what we haven't done to the ones that have been getting up. Burn their bodies. Is anybody with fire magic, torches, or anything?
I mean, I'm sure
Or-
somebody has matches.
Just
A tinder
burn the
box.
body. Let's just take 20 here, fellas, and burn these bodies.
I'm gonna examine that chunk of flesh I grabbed just in case that's trying to grow back. Does it seem larger than when I cut it off that thing?
Not right now.
Comforting. Okay.
No. Yeah. No, it doesn't seem any larger.
Keep an eye on it.
You can do that.
Kind of imagining a troll in my pocket subplot. Anyways, yeah, I just suggest to everybody take a 20, spend some time ensuring that the bodies are adequately burned, and rest here for the night to make sure that actually worked.
Oh,
Oh, so you guys are gonna stay here for another night?
Yep.
I guess.
I mean, like, I gotta be certain that this is how it's done.
just doing that.
Before we go in and try to vanquish an entire cave, just assume burning them is enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
Decent
That actually
reasoning.
makes sense.
All right, where do you want to make this?
hmm.
So, if you guys are gonna stay here another night, you have a couple things. Are you gonna try repairing the enclosure? Where do you want to put the fire?
How big was the hole he made?
This, I think the yellow mark is how big the hole. Oh, this one?
The door. How big is the
Uh,
hole this guy made in the tent?
I mean, like one tile's width, so about 5 feet wide.
Can I just summon an earth spike to cover it?
Yeah.
I do that.
All right.
And as far as where the fire is, which way is the wind blowing? Because I can't imagine it smells pleasant.
Straight north.
All right, then I'm gonna put it. Well, at least suggest we put it as far north as we can, so it just gets blown away from us.
That's the wind.
Okay.
And this time I don't want to get ambushed, so hopefully it blows somewhere where the others won't grab scent of it. So not a bad plan, Sven.
Not you doing a folded thing. You're trying to rock it loud.
All right. So yeah, you guys move them. I'll just make like a little orange circle. So like right about there. Good.
Looks good.
Alright. Okay.
Oh, that was almost really nice.
What? Do. Alright.
Alright. That's the fire.
You
You guys pile all these up.
I can't move the trolls.
I know.
Yeah, I can't move them either.
You supposedly can't move anyone, so
Except my knights. I can move my knights and myself.
that's awfully
Well, if it makes you
convenient. for
feel
you.
any better, I'm in the same boat. I can only move me and the two knights.
That's weird. Okay, so I'm not crazy here, guys.
Yes, you are. Just
Well-
because he agrees with you doesn't make you any less crazy.
I'm not crazy in this regard.
I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested.
I still love that show.
I'll have to look into it. Yeah, so you guys,
Well, Before we really like camp, we should do a little surveillance for tracks, see where they actually came from, so that if we do get ambushed, we're more prepared. If we don't, at least we know where to go to hunt down the rest of them. So while the tracks are fresh, let's just kind of like, and the day's still kind of young. Let's just take some time to stroll around the perimeter, see if we can find some tracks.
Yeah, I'd say it's about with all the commotion and with you guys yelling in the morning, it's probably about like noon around now. So yeah, most of the day left.
Yeah, it gives us plenty of time. So, fellows, spread out, stay within sight of each other. We don't know that more aren't coming, and try to find out if there are any tracks or traces of movement where they could have originated from.
I kind of sit there and I nod along as Gale speaks, but then when he tells everybody to go do their thing, I walk into the shelter, sit on my butt, and start to meditate.
God damn it. Did you hear me?
You do so.
Hello?
I ignore him.
Oh, he's currently outside anyway. So
I want to trouble someone. Anyways, we got more important things to do than trying to get that lazy bum up and moving about.
yeah, so you're telling everyone to go search.
Yep, look for tracks.
All right, you do so.
Take 20, take an hour, take a few. Just spread around, perception checking the perimeter.
Well, it's take a 20's an hour of turn, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, taking the 20 means you waste an hour.
And Colton can stay in the tent.
Waste. The Colton's outside, but he's staying there. Yeah.
Wherever he's comfy. Safe.
So I mean, you guys did see that there's a couple spots where like it not too obvious, but like with some further like investigating, you see like claw marks on the side of the mountain, where they like climbed up. You know, kind of like in four corners or whatever. So they all didn't come up at the same spot. They were kind of spread out, but they pretty much scaled the mountain up to here.
Okay, and that really only took us an hour to find out.
I'd say probably more like 2, maybe 3, but yeah. Took you longer than an hour, but it didn't take you like the entire day.
Okay, and do I know the general directions that these claw marks come from? Like,
Elaborate.
if I were to draw like scribble up like a piece of paper with the top of this mountain being like a circle, would I be able to like say, okay, this one came from the north, this one came from the northeast?
I mean, you can see you guys that's you guys know where they came up on top of the mountain because I mean you can see the claw marks. So like yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty much a square. So the northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest.
Okay, I'm gonna convene with Colton and have everybody gather in closer to the tent and just be like, okay, Colton, generally we know they clawed their way up here. Do you know of any trails or paths immediately below these claw marks that we can maybe search tomorrow morning when we're hunting for their den?
I right underneath here, not for a while. Not saying that they hadn't came from that far down. That's gonna take a little bit to actually get there. But yeah, I mean, like I said, if we're going beyond the main road, we can't take the caravan. I can bring you to those forks, but you're on your own once you go down those because I have to stick with the caravan.
Very well.
But the caravan is not able to go down those roads because they're too narrow and not kept up.
This is a matter for tomorrow, but would you feel safe while we're out looking for these dens and you're waiting for us?
I mean, if I'm not there when you guys come back, I didn't feel safe.
I'll make sure at least one night sticks by you. At least that way you have some protection, and if we don't make it, someone can tell everybody what happened to us. Besides you.
I mean, I get paid whether you guys come back or not. Whether or not you guys get paid, that's whether or not you guys come back or not. And he kind of chuckles at that. He's like, he laughs at his own joke.
It's a bit dark. I suppose someone who's been around the block develops that kind of humor. But anyways, that's the plan for tomorrow. Rest up, make sure these bodies don't get back up, and the fire does do the trick. This is what we're going to do with the rest of the trolls since we check their den tomorrow morning.
True.
Make sure you got matches, torches at the ready so you could burn any trolls you defeat in battle without wasting too much time. You got fire magic, great. Just make sure if it's down and you didn't kill it with fire, burn it afterwards. For now, just get ready for a night's rest. Same rotations as last night.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. No one really has any objection, but they're just like, I mean, some of them are kind of like, I thought we'd keep going, but I thought we were gonna kill the trolls by now, but kind of not happy that just waiting at this point. So
And getting back up was a curveball.
that's fine.
Okay, so are we still good to keep playing for a while, fellas?
It's like what, 4 or 5 o'clock now. So you guys have what? I'd say 5 hours till you guys go to. Oh no, because extended sleep, right? So instead of 8 hours, you need 10 hours.
Yeah.
So let's say you get up at 6, you'll probably want to go to bed. Or get up at 7, go to bed at 9. So you probably have like 4 hours before you guys start going to bed and doing your rotation, and then your 4 shifts.
Yeah, we have. Let me check. I got the shifts written down.
Wait, no, it should be longer because if you it takes 10 hours to get a long rest, but yet someone, I don't know, if you're aiming for a long rest, everyone needs 10 hours, and so you'd have to go even longer to accommodate the people staying awake.
Yeah, that's what we did last time. We had a 10-hour rest, which I didn't take into account right away. I was doing an 8-hour rest, and everybody was pretty quick to tell me that's not going to be enough.
Well,
So,
how
yeah.
many sessions do you have? Was it 5? I forget.
What do you mean sessions?
How many times did you split the night with guard sessions?
We got 4 sessions. Me and my knights, Bruce and Sven, Tonya Bartholomew, and then Gnomeface on his own. Gnomeface wanted the first session too.
Yep.
Okay, am I doing my math right or wrong?
In terms of how long each session would be, 3, 6, 9.
So everyone has to do 3 1/3 hours, because then they sleep for 10 hours. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
No,
That's like 12 hours, actually.
I think last time we each took 3-hour shifts, so we each got 9 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 9 hours? Okay. I'll go with the same one as that one. Maybe I only did 9 instead of 10, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Anyways, before that happens, if anybody wants to, do some weightlifting or whatever casual training they do when they're not doing anything, I'm going to read my Knight's Handbook.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, so in that case, it's 5, so you have 4 hours till 9 o'clock, and then that's if you guys wish to get up at 6 a.m.
Yeah, bright and early.
In terms of the other player characters, they're kind of just off doing some trainings of sorts. Bartholomew, kind of set up a nice little post of sorts. Like he found like a stack of rocks that he's practicing on, doing some stuff. Tonya's shooting arrows, and Bruce is just whacking stuff. They're just practicing some skills that they've been trying to learn. Whatever you guys wish to do is up to you.
I'm gonna check on Sven and Gnomeface. I don't know what they're doing. I'm especially curious about Gnomeface since he refused to even help us look for traps. I walked to the tent to see what he was up to this whole time.
Oh, you did it. You said to be good.
Hello?
I'm meditating. So I'm ignoring all outside influences. This isn't combat meditation, it's just good old-fashioned meditation.
I've been sitting there for about an hour and a half, almost 2
I have a
hours.
lot of mana that I need to meditate on. And I spent a lot of it killing 3 out of 4 trolls.
Well, I guess I can tell at the very least that you are meditating. I guess that'd be a bit rude to interrupt, though. I'm not happy with it. Punk adventure.
I'd say
Dumbass
you don't
knight.
really know meditation necessarily. So he could be sleeping for all you know, except for when you walked in. So he's just looking like he's meditating to
A
you.
fair point. I nudge him like you're gonna have trouble sleeping during shifts if you're sleeping now. Then you're gonna be tired tomorrow.
Hmm.
Can you hear me?
I don't know. No, hold on a second. I don't know what the Zaptarian language you want it to sound like, but I'm imagining it's not something that the mentally handicapped knight would know. So I want to start speaking of Zaptarian and almost make it kind of sound demonic.
Do you have any like levels in that? Do we? Because I know you can read it.
I'm level 2. I can read and speak conversational.
All right, you do that.
Yikes.
So like I want to open my eyes and stare direct like dead into his eyes, and I'm speaking the Zaptarian language. I'm not saying anything overly bad, and I'm not really going to make it up, but mainly the point is I want it to sound like demonic speak.
I take a step back and I do a perception check. At 12, does this just look like what it looks like?
This is all.
I mean, I could do something. I don't know if the filter would cut it out, but I do more of a gut throat stuff versus yeah. So let me know if you don't hear it at all. But yeah, Gale, that's your name. You actually look at Gnomeface, and you just see his eyes open and like he's staring into his soul, and you kind of just hear. Hi, doggy. Did you hear any of that?
Yeah.
I should have known with the way you were acting. So rude. This must be the beginnings of
smile at him.
demonic possession.
That made my dog come and see what was going on.
Probably thought you were trying to kill yourself. I smile at him when he gets all freaked out, and I just kind of close my eyes again.
I get ready to slap him. Be gone, demon! Leave this innocent soul! I try to slap Gnomeface.
You got a roll hit, I'd imagine. Did you mute yourself, Dan?
No, I'm just not talking.
Okay, I wasn't going to do anything unless I got confirmation that nothing was getting in my way. 22 for hit.
When have I not
Yeah,
let
that
you
hit.
guys slap each other?
Okay.
22 hits.
Then I deal Since my fists are unenchanted, I got my night gloves on. Deal a D8 plus 5. It's not like a full string of attacks, it's just one hit.
Yeah, just a big smack in the face.
Just 8 damage.
Okay. So when I get smacked,
Wouldn't that be a D6?
I know.
I don't have my fists enchanted, so my night gloves are in effect.
I know I've been working on focus mana, and that's to really be able to control the raw mana in my veins. So you're gonna have to let me know if I can do this or not. I want to course mana through into my eyes to make my eyes glow blue when he smacks me, and then channel a fire bolt in one hand and a spark bolt in the other hand, and go touch me again. I dare you. To kind of create a whole intimidation kind of thing.
I mean, roll charismas.
Can I roll wisdom in place of charisma to avoid being intimidated?
No. Right? That.
3.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say with the amount
A
of
natural 20, bitches. You better poop your drawers.
yeah, I'd say okay, how am I gonna word this? So you're experienced enough that like you kind of close, like you first start speaking like Zeptarian, just very more demonic style or whatever. Not really even opening your eyes. Oh no, you did open your eyes. You looked at him, and you said that, and then he comes around and smacks you, being like, "You need to, whatever demon get out of you, and you need to start listening." To which then you don't really like flinch at all. You just take the hit, and Gale, all you see is Gnomeface, who's sitting in front of you, meditating, just slowly open his eyes to this bright, like glowing, like cloudy blue color. Kind of like they're almost like glowing out of his head. And as he's doing that, you see a slow fireball, like just all in unison. So at the same rate that his eyes are like eyelids are opening up, a fireball and a charged spark like shot is just like getting larger and larger in both of his hands, and you are terrified.
I bolt out of the tent.
You at initial glance, you are you're stuck in place because you're terrified, and as soon as you have the opportunity to move, you kind of just like back up because it's like you don't want to ever, if a dog is or a wolf is looking at you, you don't just turn around and run. You back your way out of the tent, and you want to get as far away from him as possible. You're shook.
Surround the tent. There are worse things on this mountain than trolls. Circle it. Get ready for battle. Everyone, I say now, this is serious.
As I hear him yelling, I kind of like walk out of the tent and I go, "What's wrong with that guy?"
Gnomeface.
Like completely normal, no mana, no firebolt. Just walk out, got my hat on, and go, "What's wrong with that guy?" I was sitting there meditating, and he just comes in and then runs away screaming.
You damn demon!
This is our leader.
He's a demon, and he's possessed. He's just pretending to be normal for now. I saw it just a moment ago. His eyes were glowing. He was speaking in tongues. Unnatural magics were floating around him, the likes of which I've never seen. Detain him.
Can I roll charisma to like be like, this guy is nutso?
Yes.
And this does fit in kind of with what I've been doing, because like I have explained, I'm being nice to his knights and to everybody else, but only really a dick to him.
You can if you move your character.
Yeah. 19.
I'm not going to roll higher. Also because I don't think I can.
No, not even with a nat 20.
Oh, I got a nat 20, but my -1
Seriously?
charisma makes it a 19.
He did get a
Dick.
20. Also, he does have Knight's Presence.
I don't know what that means.
It's kind of a performance skill where instead of like using music, I use words to stir people and motivate people to do things.
Essentially, him having his knights here makes him more believable. When he's talking to a group of people, or when he's
Mm-hmm.
communicating with a group of people.
Mm-hmm.
So that does. I mean, he rolled a nat 20, but like
Mhm.
even if he rolled like a 17, he would still roll higher than you. What's your modifier for that?
Knight's Presence doesn't have a modifier. It's performance skill +5. Oh, it is. It does have a modifier. It's +5. So I'd have a +4 when you take into my charisma modifier into account.
So, essentially, people are believing Gale, but at the same time they're skeptical of him. So no one's looking to like tie you up and like string you up
Mhm.
or tie you up to the wall or anything. But everyone is kind of, unless they went to resist, everyone is kind of like siding with Gale, but they're also like, we want to be neutral, and so they're siding with Gale, but they're also like trying to be moderators. Like, hey, can we like not fight? Like, they're not trying to like start any like add fuel to the fire. They're just trying to. They're yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I kind of like raise my hands and shrug, and I go, "Look, I don't know what you got against me, Gale, but I'm not going to argue with you and your companions. I'm just going to go over here and mind my business. There's no demons." And I kind of walk towards the carriage and just sit down.
Wait, I kind of just hold up my hands like, whatever, everybody. I need to find out. I need to just talk to Gnomeface.
You're still terrified. That effect hasn't worn off yet.
Oh,
Dad,
tie him up.
did you hear that?
No, I didn't, buddy.
At that, people are like, hold on.
He's not gonna calm me down unless he makes charisma checks.
No, I know. I'm literally what I just said is people are not trying to like enact upon like they're siding with you, but they're also trying to be mediators between the two of you. So if you try and tell them to tie Gnomeface up, they're not going to tie him up. But
He's just pretending to be normal. I saw it with my own eyes. When he walked into that tent, something must have possessed him.
I'd say
This prank did go a little out of my hands.
Bartholomew and like Night 2 like pull you over to, so the three of you, they pull you away like, hey, let's go for a walk or something. And
Bart knows me too. I've worked with Bart before.
you have?
Yeah, he went on. Or Bart's no, Bruce. Bruce knows me. Sorry,
Yeah, Bruce knows you.
I got the name mixed up.
Yeah, so these three kind of like, or these two take you off to the opposite side of the mountaintop. It's like, all right, let's just walk this off or whatever.
Oh my god, I can't believe you guys are doing this. I'm not the crazy one. If you saw what I saw, you would be so eager to just End him.
Can I
I'm
also
being
let
moderate
you
here. I just want to tie him up so we can bring him to a priest later and exorcise his demon.
Bart looks at you. He's like, "We don't think you're crazy. Just there's a lot of animosity between the two of you right now, so we think you need to just walk, clear your head, along with him, get separated. After a couple minutes, we can come back together and talk it out."
Animosity. I'm trying to protect an innocent gnome from being possessed by an evil demon.
I mean, he does. Bart's like, I mean, he does magic, so obviously he's possessed by something.
It's not a bad argument.
What do you mean by that? Is everybody who uses magic possessed in some way?
They got something messed up going on inside of them. I don't mess with that. They must have made a deal with some devil.
Use this for training.
I just rely on my physical abilities. Yeah, I don't. That's some crazy stuff that I don't like to mess with.
Suppose that devil's helping us fight trolls come tomorrow morning.
Alright.
He doesn't kill us all in our sleep during night shift. Wait a minute. Do I need to readjust the night shifts? He's going to be on his own while we're all sleeping.
Stops a run, a jogging.
I'm good. Oh, wait. Can I actually hear him or no?
No.
Like, he's being hysteric, so I imagine he's not trying to be quiet.
But he's also like over 100 feet away.
Okay. Then never mind.
Well, they went. They go to you. They're like, we'll discuss with the group. It'll be a group vote. If as a whole we don't agree the fact that he should be by himself, we'll mix up groups.
For walking.
Yes, good call.
How do you stop?
I can't be certain that that demon is pure evil, so we'll have to see if everybody's comfortable with letting it protect this camp. Personally, I'm not.
This is the first time one of Gnomeface's pranks might actually get him in trouble, so I'm interested to see how this goes.
Okay, let's all group up. You shouldn't have rolled a nat 20 on that.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Okay, everybody group up. Let's vote on this.
You're still walking.
Oh.
So essentially, like, they're talking to you, and you're calming down, and you guys walk pretty much around the whole thing. Like, Sven, do you have anything you want to do? Like, you saw them take him away. Gnomeface is off sitting next to the camp. Like, all the other people who are still here, like Bruce goes and sees what's going on with you, Gnomeface, because you guys have traveled together and done that. But otherwise, people are just like, all right, that's something weird's going on.
I mean, they're getting along like cats and dogs. I think they should stay separated, but I'm not about to get involved. I'm more interested in watching these things burn and making sure they're burned to completion. If Gale comes up to me and asks, I'll suggest having one of his knights surreptitiously spend the watch. That way they can keep an eye on
Love you too, buddy.
And if anything happens, they can holler and wake the rest of us up. That way everyone gets to be reasonably not unhappy.
Oh, I'm okay.
But that's
good
if Gale asks.
Good points to include in the meeting. I just meant, like, while they're off separated before you all reconvene, you have like 10 minutes if you're just sitting watching the flesh burn, that works too.
Yeah, and examining and experimenting on the hunk of flesh I've got.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Seeing what it tastes like, whether or not it takes a light easily, or if it's difficult to burn, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, you have plenty to choose, or plenty of excess to work with too. So,
yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'd say at this point you all get back together.
Okay.
As a group. And like, so they come back and like, Gale, you start to like call everyone in or whatever, and
Then I gotta look
Park
like
or
I
puts
got
a
actually
like goes to
but
like,
I
oh, maybe you shouldn't be the one to do this one.
da, da,
If you understand.
You
I understand you all don't take this
no.
demon threat seriously, but suppose there's no avoiding this. I'll let you decide amongst yourselves how gravely serious you want to take this potential threat.
All right, so
Very
he
well.
he hears you say the first like section, and after that he interrupts you, be like, just let me do this one, not to let you speak, continue speaking and influence votes or everything.
Dad,
Gnomeface. He kind of calls out and he's like, everyone,
jogging,
we should
jogging,
take a vote
uh,
on whether or not we should
jogging, and running.
well, there's been some concerns that Gnomeface being by himself at night is making some people feel uneasy. Should we mix up groups before we start taking turns, or
Ready? I'm gonna sit.
or is everyone okay repeating the groups as last night?
I kind of look around. Am I part of this?
Yeah.
Am I being included or am I not being included because I'm the target?
No, you're included. But
I kind of look
do
around
have
and I
some
go,
concern.
I swear I'm not possessed by a demon. The dumb knight just smacked me because I spoke Zaptarian. And then when I got smacked, I reacted a little over dramatically and channeled mana into my eyeballs.
Why would you speak Zaptarian?
Because it's a cool language and you're a doofus.
I'd say roll a d20 for your explanation on the first one.
Yeah.
Or before he, I assume.
13.
Everyone has plausible deniability about it, yeah. It's not far-fetched.
Yeah.
So,
And I
yeah,
was like, do
can see
any
that
of
happen.
you around here know Zaptarian? I know it's an ancient dead language from my country, but I got a couple knights here and some travelers. Who knows?
Tonya actually raises her hand.
I speak to her casually in Zaptarian. Hi, how's your day?
She replies, she's like, besides, people freaking out about random stuff, it's going pretty well in Zaptarian as well.
See, I look to, and after that, I look and I go, see, not a demon, foreign language.
I will
Okay.
point out that this Zaptarian does not sound as bad as the one before that. Because you intentionally were making the other ones sound worse.
I get it, and I'm not going to point that out, but it's still the same language, so the words are the same. I'm just not being all dramatic about it.
Okay. Say I believe you. And I guess maybe I do. Maybe show a little bit of tact next time somebody's trying to give you a helpful suggestion instead of speaking in tongues.
How about you don't slap people who are meditating?
How about you use normal language when somebody upsets you? Talk things out.
'Cause that's no fun.
At that point,
I say that with a completely straight face.
At that point, Bruce also chimes in. He's like, "All right, with all due respect, Sir Gale, I'm all for smacking something pretty hard. But if we're going to be dealing with any capital punishment, we might have to renegotiate our contracts here." And Gnomeface, I know what you have inside you. Can you please not use it amongst on the party members? I mean, earlier you did hit him in the back of the head with the spark bolt.
That was an accident.
Like, we hit the bear, but not that much. Like,
the one time I didn't intentionally hit him with the spell, I'm getting yelled at for. All the other times, you guys never even noticed. And when I say that, I kind of put my hand over my mouth and go, "Oh."
Yeah, that's the only one they saw.
Yeah, that's why I put my hand over my mouth after letting it spout out, and I'm like, oops. Like, I didn't mean to tell them that I've been, like, sabotaging him for a while.
Well, we all heard it, and demon shenanigans aside, why do you seem so intent in stirring trouble?
Because you're a dick.
This is an important mission. Your personal feelings shouldn't jeopardize this for everybody here.
What do you mean jeopardize everybody here? I killed 3 out of the 4 trolls. When it comes to the mission, I'm fine. You're just a dick.
Oh, and maybe you'd be fine killing all the trolls alone, huh?
I probably would have.
This is a team, Gnomeface. You should learn to treat it like one.
I do. I play shenanigans, and I play tricks.
I say Bruce will chime up to both of you, and he's like, all right. Before he moves ahead, so Gale, once again, I know we are working for you, but we're not your shit. What's the person for the people who work below you?
Contractors?
No.
Subordinates?
Yeah, we're not your subordinates.
I never said
Granted,
you were.
we are working for you, but like, you have to, make sure to communicate to us with quite, same respect that we are. And he looks at you, Gnomeface, like,
Clean up your mess.
and for you, come on, like, this guy's ring up tight. Like, do you really have to make this so much harder on the rest of us?
That's good.
Every time you mess with him, he just gets all wiry and more, and then we all have to hear about it.
Yeah.
Hey, Gale, it's not your time to talk yet.
That'll fall, Dad. So you should get
all right, now you guys may speak.
Like a big table, so you can carry stuff.
I kind of just shrug and I go, "Hey, you don't like my shenanigans? That's on you. Don't be a dick, and I won't fuck with you."
Pretty respectful for the most part.
All right. Bartholomew chimes up. He's like, all right, now for that vote. For all in favor to keep the night watch the same, say aye. For all in favor to swap it up, say nay.
Hey.
All right, so only one of the 3 of you voted.
Oh, sorry.
Thought I was still.
I didn't think I got a vote because obviously mine's for keeping everything the same.
Yeah.
I figured you guys would vote.
I post a night with him on his first watch. I know he likes to be alone, but he
1,
deserves.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then Sven. Okay. 62. The ones are keeping it, or yay, which is keeping it the same. The ones that are 2 are nay, so switching it up.
Damn.
All right. And I'm pretty sure Sven, you said nay, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Switch it up.
Bartholomew was like, all right, so we are switching it up. Who wants to be partners?
Well, not a lot hasn't changed. It's just his only conditions last night was that he doesn't get paired up with anybody. So I had 2 nights.
And that I got to go right before you did. Because I wanted to drop a water golem on your face.
Bruce,
awesome.
Bruce chimes up. He's like, how about me and Gnomeface, we've ran on a quest or 2 before this. We'll take the first shift.
Too late.
Asus, I like you, Bruce.
Very well. Just he did admit to shooting people in the back earlier, so just watch yourself.
I shot you in the back on accident.
Mm-hmm.
My other spells were not harmful.
Bartholomew goes, I'm sorry, Gale, but you having 2 knights with you for your watch is a little unfair, so I'm gonna take one of those.
That makes sense.
You and Sven get to decide. Tonya get this. You can take the other knight, and Sven, you and Tonya, right? That's 4 groups.
Sure.
So double archer power.
All right. I don't mind going with either.
No, you get in your other knight.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was taking one, and you get in the other one.
All right.
He's not gonna take them both from you. He just said you don't need 2. That's being greedy.
It's the only reason it was that before is because everybody already had a partner and Gnomeface didn't want one. So I'm cool with this.
No. Hey, what happened before is in the past. I don't care. All right. So after all this commotion, and everything, unless anyone has anything that in particular that they were gonna do before the end of the day, I'd say you guys just kind of wait around for these trolls to finish burning and then start the watch.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So everyone besides Gnomeface and Bruce are inside the enclosure.
Yeah, we're on first watch, so.
Yep. I was just moving everyone so that if something happens, it is what it is. All right. You guys have your first watch of 3 hours and nothing happens. It's quiet. The temperature hasn't dropped too much and the wind hasn't picked up too much. It's kind of like the night before, where like it's
Mhm.
the winds is definitely more than it was the night before when you started, but it's not like it's not blowing you away yet.
Okay. I summon a water elemental just to help with the watch.
Okay. You do that, and you and Bruce shoot the shit for 3 hours, and then unless you have something you want to roleplay, it's time for you to wake up. Gale and his knight.
I don't really want to do much more than shoot the shit with him, but when it's time to switch shifts, I go, "Hey Bruce, you mind waking him up? I'm gonna go sleep in the coach, in the carriage. I feel like I could easily upset the knight in charge."
He's like, Bruce like, I was gonna say you probably won't fit, but then I, took a second look at you and that changed my mind again. I forgot, my bad. And he's like, and then he heads on into it and into the enclosure. Gale, you get poked in the shoulder and woken up by like the back end of his or the handle of his hammer. You and whichever knight you choose wake him up or get woken up.
Night number 1, I suppose. I just say, oh, no tactless prank this time. That's good, at least. I get up. You may rest, Bruce. Thank you.
Oh, as soon as you started stirring and like open your eyes, he was laying down.
Nerve of that guy. I talked to the knight. Making a fool out of me.
I
Should have known. What kind of reaction was he expecting with an antics like that?
Is it true that you hit him though?
I believed him possessed. He started speaking tongues in the middle of a trance.
Why didn't you just leave at that point?
I believed him to be in danger.
I
It was
mean,
a gut instinct.
I'll tell you what. If you just hit me randomly like that, I'd probably just up and end this quest and head on back and tell your boss.
Well, I wouldn't, because you're not possessed by a demon.
I don't think Gnomeface is possessed by a demon, but apparently you thought for a split second he was, and just first instinct was to smack him.
First instinct being really to just walk away and act like you didn't see anything?
Bush.
I
That's
mean,
not what I meant to do.
Bush.
I mean, yeah. If he's in that enclosure by himself, I probably would. Who's he gonna hurt, himself?
Exactly. That's not very knightly to allow someone to impose self-harm, and it's not really him hurting himself. If it is a demonic possession, it's him being hurt by an exterior force.
What if that's something he does if he's talking to a celestial being in another realm?
These are a lot of what ifs. I had a split second to decide whether or not to aid in freeing this person from a potentially harmful source. And one punch wouldn't endanger his life, but it could save it.
Are you sure about that?
Just meta, completely meta here. But how in the world does punching somebody in the face free them from a demon?
That's what the knight is asking.
I've never dealt with a demonic possession. I was doing the first thing that came to mind.
Okay. I get that. But the fact that your first instinct isn't to get something that can, is to just split second first instinct hit him. Don't you think a cross or a holy water or some sort of holy spell would be a lot better than just a physical punch?
Is that how our religion works? Is it pretty much Christianity? Meta question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, exorcisms, they read the certain parts of the Bible with the cross and spread holy
Well,
water.
if I had any of those things on me, I would have used them.
And that's the, and with all due respect, sir, like, that's the issue. You were in there, and you had a chance to come out, ask for help, but your first response is not even ask. Like, did you even ask if he was, just speaking a different language or something? Your initial thought was that he was possessed, and you had to hit him. That's what it looks like from us.
I clearly jumped the gun. I made a mistake, but he should not have done what he done either.
It didn't look like he did anything to you. Like, what did he do to you? Like, all we know is that he spoke to you in Zeptarian, and you thought he was possessed, and you hit him.
He was clearly seeking a response.
I thought speaking in Zeptarian it was a response, and you weren't. I guess you weren't happy with it.
No, I told you I thought he was possessed. I've never experienced anything like that. It wasn't that he offended me. I thought he was in danger.
We might have to ask some more experienced people on this one, sir. But, like, personally, my first instinct would not be to hit him. It would be to get a second opinion.
I jumped the gun. It was a gut instinct. But, just being there, it was so unnatural and unnerving. And what he did afterwards, it was like nothing I've ever seen before.
I didn't see what it was, so I can't really say. But I'm sure, even if he was possessed, if he was possessed, judging from your sound, is you just pissed off whatever was possessing him.
It was not the right move, but it was a gut instinct. I was trying to help him. I had good intentions. Just very frustrating is all. How this all spiraled out of control by a prank.
Alright, well, let's take some deep breaths. We have half an hour before the end of our session, before the end of our watch. We should cool off, move on, turn a new leaf, and then tomorrow will be different.
That Gnomeface needs to learn some tact. He can't just behave as he pleases. Quite
I don't
rude.
know what you guys have between you two, but no one else in our adventure group is getting not getting along as much as you two.
None of you have been shot in the back of the head. Either.
God damn it.
Like, fair. I guess the rest of us are just kind of here to do our work and not necessarily like know each other's. I'd say at that point it's the end of your watch.
Alright. I go to wake up Bruce and Sven.
You guys do so. Sven, you get woken up by. You get woken up by Gale.
What?
That time already.
I missed one.
That was to you, Gale.
Oh yeah, yes it is. It is your turn.
Right.
All's been well so far.
Or
Enjoy the rest of your rest.
just
Tanya and I'll keep watch.
Very good.
official.
Yeah. So you and Sven and Tanya
Cloak.
are out here, just chatting. Looking. Honestly, I would feel the safest of all of you. Two snipers keeping watch.
I mean, I don't have that kind of range. I'm sure she does. I think we just gonna have to watch. Ask her how she shot a hole through that guy. That was insane.
Oh, yeah. She explains that it was a skill that she was just messing around kind of after learning just a few basic ones. Like she tried doing some multi-shots. She learned a couple basic of like the starter like archery ones, and she just kind of like had the idea for this one. That was the charge shot, right? Yeah. She figured out that like, oh yeah, if I hold it and I can like manually pump MP into it, and then it just turns into like the arrow flies, but the rest of it's just a bullet, like a capsule of energy that just fires through people. It does have its downside on the fact that like it takes a full turn of charge. So
And what else?
Either way, that's badass.
like this one was they don't normally actually go through them. I'm kind of surprised that it actually blew a hole through the troll. Most people like it just hits it like getting hit in the chest with a sledgehammer.
Could just sit
On the bed?
on bed.
But
I want to watch.
No, I think we're almost done for the night, buddy.
yeah, as you guys are watching, like you chit chat about like different different archery skills and stuff like that, because most of them are comparable to like you with a short bow and a long bow you can do like the same abilities, and it just comes down to like distance wise, and there are some you can't do with one or the other. But
And before I forget, I'm gonna take another look at that chunk of troll flesh and see if it's changed at all.
Right? He's dead. He's dead.
you technically had a short rest.
And
I'm thinking too much. Yeah, it has like it's not the same shape it was before. It's a little bigger.
Can I figure out what kind of growth rate it has?
look like this.
Or maybe, in this case, what its gestation period might be?
Well, that's cool, right?
You're
Mhm.
not necessarily familiar with trolls, but like you'd think that
Different kinds of them.
it would take like 3 days for it to actually, like, at the rate that it's growing now, it'd take about, you think, 3 days if it would be trying to grow it to a full-size troll.
So it doesn't have anything remotely resembling like hands or a face or anything like that. It's still just
Not yet. So I'm picturing, like, it's not like you cut off like a finger and now it's to the whole hand. Like you cut off like a chunk off the shoulder or something, or like out of the chest, and so it's like kind of just growing into like a wider, flatter piece type thing. So that's what I was picturing.
this might be a heinous question, but is it remotely edible?
I don't. I would. I don't see why not.
So like if I cut this into enough chunks and let them grow, we could solve world hunger sort of thing, or I'm not planning on opening a delicatessen, I'm just wondering.
Meta-wise, that is a thing that would be possible if you could sell everyone on eating trolls.
I imagine you'd have to call it something else. I don't know, mountain carp. We just call it a different name. I do that all the time. And I'm gonna cut off whatever's extra and throw it on the fire. I'm gonna keep this small. I don't want to wake up with a new roommate.
Just have this chunk of flesh and then just keep trimming it every day.
Just maybe in Akasai, there's people who could study this. People
Fair.
who know better than I do.
Yeah. So you do that, and just to sake of I only rolled once. My bad. This one's for. All right, that was for Sven. Oh, Sven,
Can you bring that phone, buddy?
if that was the other way, then you would have had to fight something. That was a 2 instead of a 99. Yeah. So that's it. Like it gets to the end of your your watch. So it would be up to Bartholomew and night number 2, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you and Tonya go wake up night number 2, and Mr. Bart. And do this for thoroughness. That's fine. And yeah, so you go to sleep, and next thing you know, a couple minutes later, or it feels like to you only a couple minutes.
Yes.
But yeah, then you get woken back up again, or everyone gets woken back up again. Except for Gnomeface, he's still asleep.
You streaming OnlyFans? Why are you locking them?
Oh, I don't know. All right. Did I miss anything?
Wait, did you tell us it's your computer that's being crappy? Are you streaming other stuff, which is why your internet's slow?
That was a joke Ryan made. I had my door locked while I was doing this.
I know that's making me question it.
I'm not.
I was just say you hide the sounds pretty, unless you're watching on mute, which then you just.
Well, maybe I am. Since that seems more believable, I'll just lean into that one. It's a mystery.
Icky.
It could go either way.
Anyways, you get woken up by. It's the morning. You're getting woken up by Bart and night number 2. So at this point, before they actually find out what happened to the trolls, or if the trolls come back to life in the morning, we'll end it here.
All right.
Sound good?
Please.
So find out next time on what happens to the little pet troll flesh that Sven's carrying around, and if the smell of burning troll flesh has gone away at all, or if Gale and Gnomeface are gonna take each other out before they actually get to Akasai. It'll be fun to find out. So join us next time. Any last words? Gnomeface, it's your turn.
I would totally win.
All right, he's calling it. Place your bets, everyone. We'll talk to you later. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and review, and all that good stuff. So, see y'all.
All right. See ya.
Sounds good.